Well, welcome to Dubai. I've just come off my 11-hour flight from Perth. I am dead tired, and this is the beginning of my trip over to Kazakhstan. As you can see, I think I have landed a rather crowny hotel. It's probably what you get for paying $85 for a 2 nights. This is the bed. That's the worn-out blanket. That's the TV. And this is my fantabulous view out of the window, if you can see it. Anyway, I spent an hour waiting to get through immigration. It's crazy. It's quite insane. I think I'm going to find another hotel. Well, I've just come back from having an explore around Dubai. And I went to Dubai Mall, which was absolutely incredible. It's huge, insanely big. I got lost in there for 4 hours and could not find my way out, mostly because there's about 15 of the same brand of shop, all selling a different product line. Crazy stuff. Dubai's interesting. Incredibly expensive, and traffic is death scary. Absolutely insanely scary. However, the good thing is that most of the taxis seem to be nice big Lexuses, so not necessarily a bad thing, but I'll be looking forward to getting out of here and back on the plane in a few days. So I will hopefully do some more filming around here, and we'll see you in Almaty.
Я снова играю, глаза закрываю, мечтой обнимаю, в сон завлекаю, где я в тебе таю и снова взлетаю. Скажи, позволяю, я больше, чем знаю, тебе доверяю, обожествляю, к себе приближаю.
Well, back with you again. Last night I decided to change my hotel, which was probably not the best idea because it entailed a 1.5 hour taxi ride running around trying to find a hotel that wasn't fully booked. Of course, I forgot it is Ramadan starting this weekend, so Dubai is full of people out to party. Everything's full, and it took forever. However, it was worth it because, as you can see, this is now part of the room. I'm in what's called the Pride Hotel Apartments. So I actually have all this kind of space as well. There's a kitchenette, there's like couches, there's 2 bathrooms. Surprisingly good. Let's see if we get some views from the window. As you can see, Dubai is not all that flash. Last night I took some time when we were looking for a hotel. We did drive around on the Palm, which was a bit of a silly idea. However, I got to see, had a chance to see all the awesome new hotels. They all look like massive sand castles, and they're all completely fully booked. I'm starting to think the only way to actually have fun in this city is if you are incredibly wealthy. I'm quite over it. I'm almost gone through all my spending money within a day, and I'll be very glad to be out of here and off and away again. And I'm not looking forward to coming back for a little while. Anyway, I'm going to go find some breakfast, so I'll see you on the other side. Well, Dennis with you again. I have just returned from the Emirates, or Mall of the Emirates. It's exactly the same as Dubai Mall, perhaps a little smaller. Still, it took me hours and hours of going in circles, and every time I turn a corner it's something new, which is pretty cool. Again, the same sort of shops, however some other stuff which is a bit more affordable. Kind of interesting. Quite surprised. It's literally 5 minutes walk from where I'm now staying, which was quite a surprise. And so yeah, that I've taken a long taxi ride back to Dira to look at the Golden Souk. Of course, it's Friday, everything's closed, and the shops that were open were the dodgy shops selling fake watches and bottles of dubious-looking water. And on the way back, just around the corner from my hotel, I spotted a Russian Kyrgyz restaurant, so I'm going to go check that out tonight. But I think I'm going to spend the rest of the day chilling out here.
Yılmayasın yaratam deyip söylesең de Шул шақта бақыт шапқысы қабына бит yüzümde Қабына бит yüzümde Мағына бар әр сөзіңде Көңлем білән шул сөзіңе Қошылам бит өзімде Қошылам бит өзімде Қабатла шул сөзіңе Қабатла тағын Менде шулға үзіліплер Яратам сені жаным Қабатла шул сөзіңе Қабатла тағын Менде шулға үзіліплер Яратам сені жаным Қабатлау шул сөзіңе Қабатлаудан тоқтама Бәхітімнен сүйініп Шатлық яшьләре тамма Яратуыңны білсәм дә Хаман тыңлайсым килә Шул сүзләрне көйгә салып Минем җырлыйсым килә Минем җырлыйсым килә Кабатла шул сүзеңне Кабатла тагын Миндә шулай үзелепләр Яратам сине җаным Кабатла шул сүзеңне Кабатла тагын Миндә шулай үзелепләр Яратам сине җаным Кабатла шул сүзеңне Кабатла тагын Миндә шулай үзелепләр Яратам сине җаным Кабатла шул сүзеңне Кабатла тагын Миндә шулай үзелепләр Яратам сине җаным Кабатла шул сүзеңне Кабатла тагын Миндә шулай үзелепләр Яратам сине җаным Кабатла шул сүзеңне Кабатла тагын Миндә шулай үзелепләр Яратам сине җаным
This is the park of the first president of Kazakhstan, Nursultan Nazarbayev.
Oh
Still for
my
him.
god, but it's now closed.
closed. Ah, нет.
Fail.
Another time. But insane monument. Hello from Kazakhstan. Yeah, I've had my first night here in Almaty, and it's been a lot of fun. This place is pretty cool. I'll show you around my apartment. I have not cleaned it, but that's my bed. It's quite small. This is Bayan, Havana. Kitchen, and this is the view from my apartment. It's lots of trees, very green. It's quite nice. And anyway, I'm gonna head out now to buy some stuff and get some breakfast. And I'll see you later. Alright, this is Almaty metro station Uluwatu. All very new. Here we are. Also,
Даурен.
Nauren.
Можно просто Даурен.
Извините. Я плохо. This is Arasan baths. Famous in Kazakhstan. It's a fine example of Soviet era architecture. I think кто он man who built this?
Кто?
Я не знаю его зовут. It doesn't matter.
Кунаев?
Kunaev, да, that's and I believe he
Ну и Талибай вот.
это Панфилов парк. It's a famous park in Almaty, and we're gonna go have a look around. It's очень красивый, очень зеленый, да.
Дальше есть этот монумент 28 Памфилов.
Да.
Сейчас покажем.
И вечный огонь.
Да, а как будет вечный огонь?
Forever fire.
Алло, даже.
Армысың ата же қариялар, елімнің шежіресі дариялар. Армысың аға жеңгей белестерім, ақылшы маған берген кеңестерім. Армысың құрбы құрдас жолдастарым, өзімнің бір қойнаған құрдастарым. Осындай достарымның тойларындай өзімше осылай бір ән бастадым. Атасы жақсы қандайды, перзент қамын ойлайды, перзентім адам болсын деп қылығына тоймайды. Анасы жақсы қандайдай, қамқорлығы таудайды, қалқан деп шықса алдыңда кеудеңде қайғы қалмайды. Ағасы жақсы қандайды, алдыңда асқар таудайды. Сүйенгенде сүйеніш, құлағанда қолдайды. Інісі жақсы қандайды, айтқан бір тілді алғайды. Ақыл менен сөздеп бетіңе күйе салмайды. Қарындас деген мейман сырада қапы қалмайды. Қиын іс түссе басыңа туысқан қамын ойлайды. Жеңгесі жақсы қандайды, шаршап бір келсең жұмыстан төсек алдайды. Ағайын жақсы қандайда, туысқанды қалмайды. Жездесі жақсы қандайда, әкеден кемі болмайды. Жиені жақсы қандайда, бөліп бір жеген нандайды. Тағасы жақсы қандайды, үзілген жерді жалғайды. Осының бәрі бар болса, есенде аман сау болса, айналайын жақсылар бағда. Өлет келіп басыңа өзі оралып қондаймай. Ге-ге-ге-гай, ге-ге-ге-гай, ге-ге-ге-ге-гай-гай-гай-гай-гай-гай.
Goldman.
Да?
Goldman. This is Goldman. Hey, камень-нибудь, ёбан.
This is the Kazakh parliament, old parliament, before they relocated. And this is a place called New Square at Kurmangazi.
Yeah.
Statue of a famous Dombra player. Huh? I think these are poets. Some cool sort of artwork.
There, the Koktube.
Koktube. Oh.
No,
Oh,
no, this.
This. Oh.
This you see?
Da.
Buildings.
Da.
Small.
Mm.
There's Koktube.
Oh, cool.
One day we go.
We'll go there. Da.
This
It's a
is,
very
TV
beautiful.
Big
TV
view.
building. How to say? This is big, long.
Tower.
Yes.
TV.
TV tower.
TV tower. Okay.
Also you can. Let's go. There's Almaty government.
Da.
Yeah, underground is small.
It's more. Oh, okay. Интересно.
You can do it.
Ah, I see. This is the book of the president.
Yeah.
Place your hand on it, and you can make a wish. It's interesting. We'll try to get a better photo of the Golden Man later. Also, you see the mountains. It's the Golden Man on the Snow Leopard. 10 past 9 at night. Been out all day, walking around. Managed to get on the metro on my own. The metro here is really, really beautiful. We'll put some pictures up. It's only a year old now, I think. It has 6 stations, so you can't get lost trying to get anywhere. Bought a Metro card. I think I know how to load it up. So I journeyed off on my own to Panfilov Park to look at all the beautiful trees. Panfilov is the central park, or the most well-known park in Almaty. It's beautiful. You must go there. There's a big cathedral right in the middle. It's called St. Nikolai's. It's absolutely gorgeous. So there will be footage of the park that I took the other day and today. I also went for a walk around. I found the Green Bazaar, but I believe it was closed, which was a bit of a disappointment, but that's no big deal. Found one of the universities. We really don't know how to construct universities in Australia. Their universities look like official government houses. It's incredible. It looked amazing. Hopefully we'll take some more photos of it. It was absolutely... Yeah, as I was saying, universities here are these incredibly there's impressive buildings, very impressive. They're like a really big government house. I will put out some photos so you can actually have a look. After that, we did a bit of souvenir shopping. We went to the New Mall, it's called the New Square. And at the New Square, it's they have the Almaty State Parliament House. which is also very impressive, and a lot of statues. And so I've taken some photos, done some filming there. Hopefully they will show up, because it was going into evening. But the mountain view, the view of the mountains from there was really nice. Also, there is a mall under there, which is kind of cool. So I bought some souvenirs. So I've got myself a couple of hats and a keyring. But they were quite expensive, so as of yet I'm not going to be buying much there. That's about it for today. Day 3, all good. And yeah, I'm just watching Russian television, which I guess will help improve my language if if I can actually catch up with how fast they speak. Something you should note about Russian language: it's all well and good in the phrase book when they kind of speak slowly, but as soon as they start speaking at a normal pace, it's very hard to pick up what is going on. On the subject of Kazakhstan news, hopefully or Kazakh language, I would like to hopefully get a phrase book and improve on, learn some more of my Kazakh language. It's a really cool language. You'll know when someone is speaking it. It is fantastic. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to sign out now, and I'm going to enjoy my cheap beer. I paid $5.50 for 4 bottles about this size. It's 7.2% as well, so fairly hectic. So if you're in Kazakhstan, try this brand of beer. They have a couple of types. It's fantastic, and spokojной nочи. This is the Museum of Kazakhstan State Culture. I'm about to go in and have a look. I thought I'd just show you the building. Don't think I can film inside, so you'll have to get additional information from the internet. It's a beautiful day in Almaty. It's about 4:30. There's gardens, trees. Oh, very cool. I'm with some new Kazakh friends I've made. Went to buy Dombra, and they've taken me out to the mountains to have a look around. Of course, I bought the Dombra. I haven't just gone out there with random people. This is a place called Almarasan. Look, yurts. So I think there's where real Kazakhs, real nomads living. There's some water going on around here. We'll go and have a look, and yeah, go for a walk around. I'm with some new Kazakh friends I've made. Went to buy Dombra, and they've taken me out to the mountains to have a look around. Of course, I bought the Dombra. I haven't just gone out there with random people. This is a place called Almarasan. Look, yurts. So I think there's where real Kazakhs, real nomads living. There's some water going on around here. We'll go and have a look, and yeah, go for a walk around. Check it out, this is Kazakh forest, Tian Shan Mountains. I will probably have to redub this when I get home, because you can't hear me over that wonderful water. Говорит соломенцы about Australia. Very cool. Hello, welcome to Almarasan. Tian Shan Mountains. I think the foot. That's not the Tian Shan Mountains. Tian Shan там. Алатау, Tian Shan там. Ну, недалеко от этого Tian Shan. strange thing. I was about to cross the road, and turns out the cars that were that I thought were stopped actually had a green arrow, and they all started to turn. And some guy actually pulled me off the road, and we kind of got chatting with his very little English and my very little Russian, but I managed to ask him about where to get a Dombra. And it turns out his friend's mother actually works at the one of the Kazakh universities here as a Dombra teacher in the conservatorium. So I wound up with some random guy and then going to meet his friends, and for some strange reason I got in the car with them and we went for a journey around, and we ended up going to see a master Dombra maker, or luthier as we would probably call them in English, and went to see his workshop, play a couple of Dombras there, and then he had another 10 or so back at his home, which happens to be on the same street as mine, or the apartment that I'm staying at, and so we went down there. I thought they were going to drive me off somewhere until we got out at this place, and yeah, we met this guy, so we took him for a drive there, and then yeah, I played a whole stack of Dombras, and he told me a lot about them, and the one I wanted was really, really expensive. It was really, really nice, and so I obviously didn't buy that. Maybe another time, and so I wound up with a Dombra, which I will show you in a minute, which is quite nice. Has a really rich, deep tone. So I'm going to look forward to playing you all some music soon enough. Following that, we took the master luthier back to his workshop, and then their original plan was to go up to a place called Almarasan, which is in the mountains, and it's called Ili Alatal. It's an interesting place. It saw quite a few yurts actually, which was interesting. Anyway, I'll put up some footage. I've got footage of Almarasan. Basically, what's there is a pump with a. You have to go for about a 10-minute walk, crossing the rivers, this raging river several times, and then stepping over all heaps of rocks and everything. It's quite fun. It turns out a lot of people were actually there, which is quite surprising. And they have a like a pump that brings up water from underneath the ground that comes from a natural hot spring. And there's a sort of a steel cubicle with a shower curtain, and you basically go in there and strip down, and you sit under the spout of the hot steaming water that reeks of sulfur. So it does stink, but it's not so bad. You sit under there, and supposedly it's good for you. So I went and did this with 4 people I'd known for about all of 1 hour, which was, I guess, interesting. It's surprised in Australia. Good things can happen when you get to random cars. Now that probably does sound pretty dangerous given it's Kazakhstan. However, it's actually quite a normal thing to do. They don't have very many taxis here. Pretty much any car that's driving past could possibly be a taxi. So not possibly be a taxi, but people who are going in your direction will actually give you a lift for a small fare, which I probably stated on here before, so I will dig that up again. Which to most of us seems terrifying, particularly out in a country you don't know. I haven't tried to do any of that personally because I don't speak enough Russian to actually ask where I'm going. Though I have done a few times once with Arsenal and the guy that was my taxi from the airport. So most of the time it's a pretty safe bet. Nothing's going to happen. Everyone seems to be friendly. And yeah, went and had I guess early dinner with them, and then yeah, they dropped me off, which was very nice, and yeah, it's been a really good day. So take note, get into random cars. Obviously, make sure that people don't seem too dodgy. I was a bit worried until they actually took me somewhere and actually bought this Dombro and put it in the car, and so I could probably guess that that they were trying to help me out, because they find it quite novel. Kazakhs think it's very interesting when a foreigner actually understands or knows about Kazakh culture and music. They're very proud of their Dombro and musical tradition, and so when they do get non-Kazakh people, yeah, because it's a pretty novel thing for them. Anyway, yeah, good times were had by all. So hopefully catch up with these guys again. Anyway, I'm going to toddle off over to my Dombro and show you what I've got. Of course, I'm going to be carrying this thing on a plane, so I've got a proper case. Basically, this is it. It's quite a lovely colour. Actually, it's quite for a Dombro, it is actually quite heavy. It has a really, really deep tone. If you want to hear, it's severely out of tune, of course. So this is my new Dombro, which will replace my old one, which I'll still keep, or maybe I will lend it to someone, a lucky person who would like to play. It's kind of nice to actually meet the person who will play, to meet the person who actually makes your instrument, which is very rare for us, seeing as most of us buy mass-produced guitars or other instruments. Alright, Australia, this is what $20 can get you in the corner shop. In most of Kazakhstan, things come from the corner shops because, well, they're open late. Actually, everything is open late. But yeah, you can pick up some bread, which I have here. I think that's some kind of bagel. That is some hunk of chicken. It smells like it has been smoked, so hopefully it's not going to kill me. Quite surprised. I think it is half of a chicken. We'll see how it tastes. Of course, it's 9:15 at night, and I really can't be bothered going anywhere to find any decent food or deal with people. The ladies in the shop seem to be very nice. Someone actually explained to them the other night that I'm from Australia and don't speak English, so they don't speak English. Of course I speak English. I don't speak that much Russian. So yeah, and this is what I get. Yeah, anyway, this will be my dinner, and well, that's $20, and those, by the way, are half-litre bottles of Heineken, so hit me up for a carton of those. That'd be fantastic. Signing out. Oh, by the way, a carton of cigarettes is less than this, for all you smokers out there. If you ever want cheap cigarettes, move to Kazakhstan, if you can get a decent job. Well, so I survived my mystery chicken last night, and doing it again tonight because I can't be bothered going anywhere, and everyone else seems to be busy, so I'll just stay here. I still have another week to go in Almaty, so I'm trying to lay low after my spending spree yesterday. Yeah, on that beautiful day out here, I'm going to try and get some footage of the view from my window, which is here, which I think I have, which is these grey buildings, and trees and more grey buildings. Yeah, something I've kind of noticed about Almaty, not so sure about Kazakhstan in general, I guess. I mean, if this is the way it is here, it must be similar over there. I'll find out when I get to Astana. There's either a case of being extremely rich or extremely poor. As I may have said somewhere on here before, I'm not quite too sure. Something I've noticed that even people who would be kind of classed as middle class people live in these same sort of apartments. The person I bought the Dombra off, the Master Luthier, he also lives, his apartment's quite nice. However, from the exterior, it looks the same as this, which is fairly interesting. He also lives up the road from me, so it might be something to do with this part of town. There are worse places to be in Almaty, as I've seen recently. So yeah, but then it's kind of strange because we've got these grey buildings and then these sort of high-rise. I'm not even sure if that's apartments or if it's an actual hotel. There's a very official looking entrance to that building on the street. I guess we'll see. And from here we also have another official looking building between the trees there. So yeah, I don't know, but what I can gather, Almaty is a pretty small place. It doesn't take long to get around. It's